Hello, everybody. I haven't done a video in a long time. It's because I've been super busy with life. So what brings me to do this video is the fact that my mother is going to be writing a book. And the title of the book is I Am Invisible, Invisible Me. And in this book, she discusses her childhood, living with her mom and her sisters and her other siblings. Especially her twin sisters. Her twin sisters have the last name Covello. And the reason why they have the last name Covello is because their father got into trouble and he changed it to Covello. So that's why her twin sisters have that last name. So my mother asked me to redo a certain video, so I'm redoing it. So my thoughts on her book, I think it's super important for her to do it. And I can't wait till it's published because I think it provides closure for her. You know, especially for what she's been through in her life, I think this book is perfect for her. It will definitely serve as therapy for her. And I think that anybody that goes through the trauma that she's been through and so much more, I mean, dysfunctional families, family secrets, family lies, you know, because nobody has a perfect family. So if you want to do your book or you do your movie, I think it's perfect, you know. I think it is, and I'm all for it. You know, why should you go through your whole life with pain? You know, I just disagree with that. So I'm very, very happy for her. And I would, like I just stated, you know, a few minutes ago, you know, I think it's good that she's doing it. And I hope that other people, you know, do the same thing. Write that book, do that movie, you know, about family. You know, if you have family issues or so forth, I think it's very important for you to do it. You know, why live the rest of your life? You know, and bondage, you know, why do that to yourself? If you love yourself, you will release all the trauma you went through. So I'm just super excited. So yeah, so that's what's going on with my mom, and you know, I'm just super happy for her, you know, that she's able to do something like that. Yeah, so I was able to locate my first aunt, but I haven't been able to locate my uncle. He's the first child that my grandmother had, and I just wish I could meet him, because before my grandmother passed away, she asked me to find him. So if you're out there, please contact us, like your sister had contact us, you know. So please contact us. I wanted to let you know that my grandmother, she did think about you, and you know, as we know, she was young when she had her kids, so she couldn't care for you. So putting you and your sister up for adoption was the best option for her, you know. Sometimes it be like that, you know. I'm not a parent, so I can't really speak for other parents, but what I'm thinking is the fact that she was young when she had you. I believe that was the best option for her. She couldn't care for you, and your father wasn't around, you know, and his family wasn't around. So she felt it was best to adopt you. So I hope you're not thinking your entire life that my grandmother didn't love you, because my grandmother did love you. It's just she was young, you know, and she made a mistake at that age, having 2 kids at a young age and not being able to take care of them. You know, like a lot of young women out there, you know, they have these kids and they know they can't take care of them, you know. They don't even have their own place. You know, they don't even have a career. You know, they don't even have a college education, own home, you know. But yet they're thinking about a baby, you know. So, and then it's some women that get raped, you know. I'm not saying that my grandmother was raped, but I'm just saying it's some women that get raped, you know, as a teenager, as a young woman, as an older woman, you know, and they become pregnant, you know. So I just want to let you know, that my grandmother did love you, and she did talk about you to us. And like I said in this video, if you're out there, we would love to meet you, you know. And like I stated before, we met your sister. She's the second born that my grandmother had, you know. So it'll be nice to meet you, you know. So that's how it was going. And yes, and you know, it hurt me to see my grandmother pass away last April 14th. My grandmother, she put everything in her twin daughters' names, and they didn't give her the proper burial that she asked for. My grandmother asked to be buried at Mountain View in Bloomfield, and they cremated her, you know. And it's truly sad that, you know, my grandmother trusted them to do the right thing. My grandmother did not want to be cremated. She wanted to be in Mountain View. And the reason why she chose Mountain View is because she's from Powhatan, Virginia, and Richmond, Virginia. She wanted that country atmosphere, but they didn't honor that. So that's what happened to her. And it's truly sad because my grandmother didn't get what she wanted. And my grandmother worked very hard, you know, as a single mom with 7 kids. She worked hard. And to be cremated and not put where she wanted, I mean, that's truly sad. And like I told other family members, when her twin sisters pass away, you know, I will not be at their services. I don't even be bothered with them while I'm an adult, you know. And their kids are the same way. Their kids are so disrespectful to my mother, you know. It was a time that one of their daughters wanted to fight my mom. Why are you trying to fight my mom? I'm not trying to fight your mothers, so why are you trying to fight my mom? That's how much disrespect they have for my mother, you know. The twin daughters have no respect for my mother, and their kids have no respect for my mom, you know. And I talk to other family members about it. I let them know what goes on because they haven't been here, so they have no idea what goes on, you know. So I had to let them know. But yes, and like I told family members, when those twins pass away, I'm not going to the services. And I just wonder, just out of curiosity, just like they cremated my grandmother, are they going to be cremated too? That's what I wonder, you know. How can you do that, you know? Cremate someone who did not ask to be cremated. Just doesn't make sense. But you have to be careful who you leave your money to, you know, because people are not going to do what you ask them to do, you know, unless you have a will. My grandmother didn't have a will, you know, but if she had a will, none of this would have happened, you know. But the fact that she didn't, that's why they were able to cremate her. So all you families out there, make sure you have a will and, you know, you get what you want when you're gone. Because people say one thing and then they do another, as you can see in my family. So just be careful out there. You know, be sure to get what you really want when you're gone. So that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to share with you update on things in my family, you know. And like I said before, I'm happy that my mother is going to expose those Covellos out there, you know, and those Lomans, their kids. Their kids have the last name Loman, and the Thomas is because of their fathers. That's why. But, you know, but my mom's twin sisters have Covello because of their father, last name. So my mother didn't want me to put out there the Lightner family because it make us look bad, you know. So she just wanted to put it out there that her half-sisters, you know, she didn't want to make us look bad, the Lightners. You know, she wanted me to let the world know that her twin sisters have Covello last name, a Lightner last name. So I'm honoring that, Mom. So yeah, so that's what I really want to talk about. I want to talk about, you know, my mom's new book, and I hope it's a bestseller. I think it will be a bestseller. I really do, you know. And I hope she do a book tour too, because, you know, she can meet other people who have family similar to ours, you know. You have those family members that's, you know, very dysfunctional, you know, two-faced it, you know. So wanting to fight her and stuff. Why would you want to fight your sister? You know, why would you want to fight your aunt? You know, so disrespectful they have. They have no respect for my mother, you know. So that's what I want to talk about. All right, everybody. Remember what I said in my previous videos. If you have a family, even if it's half sister or half a brother or what may have been. Also, I wanted to talk about my biological father before I wrap it up. My biological father, he calls women stupid. And the reason why he does that is because he watched his father disrespect his mother, you know, constantly cheating on her and everything. And who knows what he might have said to her. So my father, my biological father, he calls women stupid, you know. And the sad part about it is, if he's so smart, why you don't own any property? Why? You were in the army, you and your brother. Why you didn't buy your parents a house? Why did you guys get cars you couldn't afford and they got repossessed? Why were you living off your parents for free? You know? Why do you have kids all over the world and you don't want to take care of them? You don't even want to sign birth certificates. And so much more. So the person that's stupid is you and your brother, honestly. So don't dare call anybody stupid until you look in the mirror at your own life. That's what you need to do. So just keep that in mind. When people you names and stuff, look at their lives, you know? Look at him. He started having kids as a teenager, you know? And don't want to take care of them. He just doesn't. Or he has a couple favorite kids. So what he does is he do for the favorite kids and don't do for the kids that he didn't sign birth certificates. He completely denies. So, you know, and then he wonders why his life is the way it is, you know. He wonder why, you know. And he wonder why he's in debt, you know, credit card debt. Why are you shopping for clothes you can't afford, you know? Go to the thrift shop, you know. But if you're so smart, you would know this. So you calling people stupid, I think you better look at yourself. That's what you need to do. Look at your life. Examine it. Say, dang, why is my life this way? Before you call somebody stupid. But you see, what you do in public is what you learn at home. You see, he learned to disrespect women at home. This is why he has no respect for women. So women, analyze that. If a man has no respect for his mother and his father, how you expect him to have respect for you? And his mother and father protected him. He's the youngest. His father and mother, they had 4 boys. He's a baby. You know, 2 passed away young, and now it's just him and his brother. And they spoil him. This is why he doesn't know how to be a grown man. He's a grown boy as opposed to a grown man. It's because his family protected him. They always protect him. Whatever he do, get into, they're always there to comfort him. They're always there to clean up his mess. And this is why he can't take care of himself. He doesn't know about adulthood. And a lot of people are out there like that, just like him, you know. Families doing everything for them, protecting them, you know. So his father passed away a couple months ago, you know. So I don't know if that's going to make him a man. I highly doubt it, but, you know. His dad always protected him. His mother protected him. His brother protected him. And other people protected him. So he doesn't know how to thrive. He doesn't know what a real man is supposed to be. He knows what a grown boy is supposed to be because that's what he is. But he doesn't know what a grown man is supposed to be, you know. And, you know, I'm glad I didn't grow up with him, you know. And I'm glad he didn't accept me, you know. Because I wouldn't want to be associated with a person like that, you know. I really wouldn't. He's an embarrassment, you know. So him telling me I'm not his child and people at my colleges, people at my jobs, where I live at and stuff, that's friends with him telling me, you know, he's not my father and you must be crazy to think he's your father and disrespecting me like that. You know, you're not hurting me at all. You know, I don't want to be associated with him anyway. He's bad news, you know. He's not what an army guy is supposed to be. He's an embarrassment to the army. You know, him and his brother. His brother has a child in Alabama. You know, he's a grown man now. He doesn't want to be bothered with his son. And his brother has a daughter in Hartford. And he doesn't want to be bothered with her. She lives 5 minutes away from him in Hartford. And he doesn't want to take care of his daughter. You know. So, all you men out there that don't take care of your kids, just wonder why your life is the way it is. Karma. God's not going to bless you. He's going to keep letting you go through things. You know, so all you men out there that have kids all over the place and have no respect for your moms and your women or your children and even your kids, you're not going to be blessed. You're not going to be blessed. Just know that. And my biological father and his brother, things don't look too good for them. It doesn't. Yet they call people stupid, but they don't look at their own lives to see that they're the stupid ones, you know. Supposed to be owning property and stuff. When you're in the service, you get cheap insurance, you know. Everybody wants to buy their mom and dad a house. These guys ain't studying that. They never brought their parents a house, you know. So who's the stupid one? That's what I've thought. So all you kids out there who have parents who don't accept you, think about what I had to go through, you know. My biological father, he didn't even sign my birth certificate. He never was in my life, you know. When my mother went to file for child support when I was 3 years old, I only got $10 from him, you know. So just because one parent, or even if you have both parents that don't want to be bothered with you, just know that you are loved, you know. And just look at them as an embarrassment to you that you don't want to be associated with. And just know that when you get older, on your feet and make something of yourself, just know that you're better than that person, you know, and you're better off, you know, away from that person instead of that person in your life that you know is going to hurt you, you know. So just know that, you know, you don't have to be around people who don't accept you. You don't have to kiss up to people, you know. Either people going to like you or not, you know. If they're not going to like you, so what? You're still breathing. You have your health, you know. You have a bright future ahead of yourself. You don't need these people in your life. You really don't, especially when they're disrespectful to you, especially when they don't even accept you. They didn't even sign your birth certificate, you know. They didn't even help your mother take care of you. And there's some moms out there too that's like guys too, you know, where men have to take care of the kids, you know. I'm not trying to, you know, say women over men. No, it's some men out there that's good fathers too, and then the women are the opposite. It goes both ways, you know. It doesn't matter. A person is a person. Person that's going to hurt their child is going to hurt their child. So just keep that in mind, whether it's your mom or your dad, you know, or your grandparents or your aunts or uncles or any other relative who doesn't want to accept you. That's okay. Just know that you're better off without them. And you make sure you grow up and you be the best version of yourself, you know. That's all you have to do. You know, life goes on. Evidently, God wanted you here because you're here, you know. I don't know. Everybody's not into religion and understand, but for other people out there, you know what I mean. Us religious folks, we know, you know, that God has a purpose for you, for being here, you know. So people that's not accepting you, oh well, that's their loss, not yours. And there's nothing wrong with you. You know, I know a lot of people out there who are not acceptance of their family. You know, they go into drinking or they go into drugs or any other type of, you know, something to numb them. You shouldn't be doing that. It doesn't make sense for you hurting yourself, you know. You don't have the problem. They have the problem. The person that hurt you, they have the problem, not you. And that's what people have to understand, is that you're not the problem. They're the problem. And so what? They don't accept you. And what? You know? You're breathing. You're healthy. You're beautiful. You have so much to look forward to in life. You have a lot of life to live. You don't need those people in your life. Those are embarrassments anyway. If they can't accept you and you haven't even done nothing to them, that speaks volumes right there. People's behaviors towards you is their problem, not yours. And you shouldn't blame yourself. You know, matter of fact, my biological father, one of his kids been living with his mom and dad, and they had to raise him. And they tell him all his life he's been told he's not our biological father's child, you know. And I think the young man, I mean, he should be moving out, but he still lived there, you know. He's still stuck into that, like he got to be around them. Why be around people who don't even accept you, you know? Why? There's no way I would be living with people who don't accept me, you know. Soon as I got of age, I would have moved out. But he still lived there, you know. He drinks too. He works, but he drinks as well, you know. And the reason why he drink is because he is hurting, because these people never accept him, you know. They never accept him. They really don't. But he's still around them. He still live with them, you know. It's truly sad, you know. So that's just an example of how things are. And a lot of people ask me, do I claim my biological father's kids? No, I don't claim them at all. They're not my sister and brothers. They don't. When I was in school and everything, they used to have friends at my school, start fights with me and everything. You know, you think about to call these people my sister and brothers, and you sent people to my schools to start fights with me and everything, and give me a hard time, like it's my fault that your mother got pregnant by the same man my mother got pregnant with, and you want to blame my mother and me because he got your mother pregnant and he didn't want to be bothered with you. He didn't want to be bothered with me and my mother, you know? So how dare you sit up here? This is how crazy people are, you know, women too. You want to fight my mother over a man that got you pregnant. Does that make sense? It doesn't make sense to me. But this is what happened in my life, you know? I'm blamed for a man that wasn't in my life, you know. You know, because he wasn't there for your daughter. He wasn't there for you. That's not my problem. You know, he wasn't there for me, you know. But do I cause problems for you and other women? No, I do not, So that's how people are in this world. You have women out there want to fight with the next woman, because a man not doing, he ain't doing right with the other woman that you want to fight. Does that make sense? But it has to sink in for them to realize that, So that's how it goes in this life. People think that way. So just keep in mind what I said. People don't accept you. Keep on going with your life. You don't have to kiss up to nobody for them to like you. Either they're going to like you or they don't. If they don't, oh well. You keep living your life the best way you know how. You don't need these people. If they can't like you, you never done anything to you. You haven't done anything to them. That speaks volumes. I have a friend, a good friend of mine. When I first met his family, they had a nerve to say they hated me. How can you hate me and I'm just meeting you? They didn't even shake my hand, And then you want me to support the shop that you work at, and you were laughing at me, saying I don't have this and that, and you want me to support? No, I'm not going to support. And I'm not being spiteful. Just the truth of the matter. Why would I support people who tell me the first time I meet them, they hate me? And then tell me I can't own a business, and then send their daughter to hit on me and stuff. I'm not about to do that, and I don't be bothered with them. I'll be bothered with my friend, but his family, heck no. Why? Why would I put myself up against these people who don't even like me, who point blank said they hated me the first time I met them, and then she blamed me because they got divorced. How is it my fault that you got divorced from my friend? I met my friend 20 years later after you guys divorced. So how am I the fault? How am I at fault? Same with his daughter. How are you blaming me because your parents got a divorce? Your parents got a divorce 20 years ago. It's now more, but the time that I met him was 20 years ago that your parents got divorced. So why are you blaming me for your parents' divorce, and your half brothers too? Why are you guys blaming me because your parents got a divorce? I have nothing to do with that decision. That was between my friend and your mother. It had nothing to do with me. But this is the thinking that people have. You want to blame other people for what your parents decided on. That's not my fault, and I'm not going to take fault of that. That wasn't even in my hands right there. But this is how people are. When you meet people, or even if you're dating people, the kids are always in the way, Ex-wives are always in the way. Ex-husbands are always in. They always want to make trouble for the new person, whether the new person is just a friend or the new person is going to be involved with you. The kids, whether they're little kids or teenagers or adults, they always want to make problems for the new person. And I think that's wrong. And the reason why they do that is because they want their parents back together. But don't you see that it's not working out between your parents? Don't you see that they argue all the time? Don't you see that they fight all the time? Why would you want your parents together and you see that on a daily basis, But the adult kids are not thinking like that, They don't understand that everybody's for a season, Some people are meant to be together forever, and then some people are just meant for a season, So you shouldn't be giving the new person a hard time and blaming them and mistreating them because of your parents' decision, And this is what happened to me and my friend and I, his ex-wife and, like I expressed before, his ex-wife and her two sons and their daughter, they want to give me a hard time. No, you're not going to give me no hard time. I'm not responsible for your parents' decision, I'm not. I met my friend in 2005. Your parents were divorced way, 20 years before I met him? Come on now. But this is how people are. This is the real life that we live in. I'm speaking reality here. This is what I had to go through. And this is why I don't be bothered with them. Why would I be around people that tell me they hate me, the first time I met them, and all the other stuff I just shared? Why would I be around people like that, So just keep that in mind, when people have no respect for you and everything, you don't have to do nothing for them. You don't have to kiss their butt for them to like you. They're either going to like you the first time they met you, or they're not going to. And that's all good, You don't need these people anyway. You really don't. So just keep that in mind. You don't have to kiss people's butt and hurt yourself because they don't like you. That's their problem, not yours, you know. You keep on living your life, you know. Life goes on. You're not going to be liked all the time. So just keep that in mind. And why would you want to be around people like that? Why would you want to be friends with people that treat you like that? You know, like they're better than you, you know, belittling you and telling you what you can and cannot do and all that. No, why would you do that? And why would you support people like that? That's degrading you, you know. I don't support people that degrade me, you know. Why? You know. So I noticed that about people. People, they think that they could say and do whatever they want to do to you. And you're supposed to do what they want you to do. No, it doesn't go like that. Just like you want respect, I want respect too. And that's just how it boils down to. And if you love yourself, you will think the same way I'm thinking. Don't let people walk all over you. Don't let people disrespect you. No. Just keep that in mind. And you owe nobody anything. You know, you don't have to kiss other people. Remember, that's my friend. You know, you don't have to be friends with them, especially when they're disrespectful like that. You know, but the thing about it is their mother taught them that. Like I said before, what you learn at home is what you're going to do in public. And evidently, they learned disrespect from their mother. Because if they had respect like they're supposed to, they would agree to me the right way. But they didn't. And that's all good, you know. At least I know how they are. Because you got people that pretend that they're nice and they like you. And then along the way you learn their true feelings. So I'm glad they let me know. From the get-go, they did not like me, you know. In their terms, they hated me. I'm glad they let me know. Because I didn't waste any time around these people. So keep that in mind, you know. Whether it's family or not family, you don't have to kiss up to nobody. Keep that in mind. All right, everybody. Have a nice fall. And I will keep you updated. When the book comes, I'll definitely do a video about that, and you can see it and everything. I probably will be publishing a book. Actually, proofreading it first. I'll probably publish it and then send it out for print. So when the book becomes available, I'll definitely share it with everyone. All right, everybody. Keep in mind what I said. I'm here to just give advice, you know, and live your life to the fullest. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.